attacking. Every player on the field needs to contribute to the attack in some way, regardless of their position. Now, here again, I'm going to do a 5-a-side demonstration just to keep it simple. Let us be the red team attacking the blue team. So in reality, the ideal goal, like I said, everyone should be an attacker. The ideal goal is total football. And what that means is all players can interchange positions and play effectively in different positions without the team suffering. Okay, so this is why you're working on all your technical skills. This is why you're learning all these different things for different positions. So that when you do receive a ball in a different position, or you want to overlap, you want to get forward, you want to creep into the midfield, you can do that. Okay, but the only way that's going to work is if everyone is on the same page. So I don't want you to feel restricted. If you're the central midfielder, I don't want you to feel restricted to this position. I want you to have the freedom to go out wide and have someone else come in and cover your position for a bit, receive the ball out here, and take players on. As a fullback, I want you to get forward and become the winger. You can even creep inside at times and become another midfielder, okay? So that's the real goal, which is total football. Now obviously, this is not totally in your control because you cannot control every other player on the field, but you do your part. You understand how to attack effectively in different positions, and you're going to be a much more effective, dangerous, and creative player on the field. Couple basic but very important concepts I want you to think about when it comes to attacking. Number one, for me, and should be for you, is keeping possession of the ball. Okay, this is the most important thing on the field. If we're just kicking it up and everyone's pressing, trying to win the ball up here, yes, we may press, yes, we may win it back, okay, but that's not the style we want to play. We want to control the pace. We want to keep the ball at our team's feet as much as possible. Because in reality, a good offense is a strong defense. I know you've heard that before, but it's very true. Look at Barcelona, okay? In reality, they are not a very good defensive team. Yes, they press very well, but in the back and even in the... No, I would say their central midfield is very good, but in the back especially these days, they're a bit suspect, okay? But they can get away with having a poor defense because they keep the ball for so long. They have 70% possession. How many attacks is the other team actually going to get? Okay, so number one, keep possession of this ball. How are you going to do that? You're going to let the ball do the work, okay? So if you're on the ball and you're taking 8, 9, 10 touches, this is when you're going to get closed down. This is when we're going to lose possession, okay? Keep that ball moving. The other thing is we have to support each other. If my player has the ball but everyone else stands still, everyone else just stays in their position, okay, he's going to get closed down. Our other options are going to get closed down, and he's not going to have anyone to play with. So if you want to be able to attack effectively, you have to work for your other teammates. Okay, when you're on the ball, your teammates have to work for you. When your teammates are on the ball, you have to work for them to get into spaces where you can receive the pass, okay, to support the play, to make forward runs, so you can get the ball in dangerous situations. If everyone stands still and waits for the ball, then we're not going to be able to attack. We're going to get closed down, we're going to lose possession, and we're going to end up defending for the whole game. One more thing about keeping possession of the ball, what I really want to see when you're on the ball is the rhythm or the speed of the play, okay? So yes, we can play 2-touch, yes, we can play 3-touch, but is it as quick and effective as it could be? Okay, if you watch teams, really good teams, professional teams, they just ping the ball in here around. They might not even be covering much ground. Let's say we're even in the middle third here. They may not be covering much ground, but the fact that they're just moving the ball around quickly is forcing the defenders to react, okay? The ball is faster than any man on the field if it's moved properly. So if we just move the ball like this, the other team cannot stand still. They can't give us this option, okay? They have to react to wherever the ball goes. They have to react. If it goes in here, they have to react. Okay, so if we just keep it moving quickly, even if we're not covering lots of ground, what's going to happen is they're all going to react Okay, and we can keep it moving, and that's where we're going to find our space. So we want to keep the ball moving to keep their team moving. I hope you understand that concept. If we're slow on the ball and we move it very slowly, one touch or taking 2 touches but not doing it as effectively as you could, not getting it head up, pass, receive with pace, and then moving into new space. Okay, if you're not keeping the rhythm of play, then yes, we're going to get closed down. We're probably going to lose the ball. Okay, but I want you to create gaps simply by moving the ball quickly. So even if you're not going anywhere, even if we have the ball in the midfield here, okay, just keep the ball moving with quick 2 touches. That's totally fine, just like this. Okay, then we'll notice when they all shift, there will be an opportunity. There will be a gap, and we play that ball into space, and then everyone gets forward and attacks, joins in on the play. Let's talk about attacking with width. Okay, so when we receive the ball, remember when we're defending, we want to be nice and compact. Let's say they have the ball, they're attacking us. We want to stay nice and compact, right? We don't want to be wide. Why? Because that leaves lots of gaps for them to attack. So as soon as they have the ball, we're pressing them quickly to win it back, but we're getting really tight. Okay, we're removing the gaps. We're defending our goal, which is in the middle of the field. Okay, so we're staying really tight. When we have the ball, we need to see, now again, I only have 5 players on the field, but imagine if you had 10 outfield players, we could make this work even better. What we need to see is the wide players have to get wide. Okay, we need to create that width, especially our fullbacks, especially our wingers. The closer we get into the field up here, the more the wingers can come in. Okay, but we need to start with that width. The way you attack, if you can't go direct, if the direct option isn't on, let's say, if we could play direct, I want you to play direct, okay? But if the direct option isn't on, we need to create width to go out, and then we can come back in, okay? Go out, come back in, go out, come back in. It's a great way to attack because, let's look at an example here. Okay, so my fullbacks get really wide, ball's played out wide. He's got a bit of space. This guy comes to press here. We go back in. What happens? Everyone shifts. Okay, this creates more space out wide. Play it out wide. Now we can get into dangerous areas where players can attack the ball. Okay, we got runs coming in the back. Someone's going to get on that ball and at least create problems, if not goals, for our team. So, when you are a wide player and your team gets the ball, I don't want you to jog out here. I want you to quickly, if you can, sprint while still keeping your eyes on the ball, right? You don't want to turn your back and not know what this player is trying to do. Okay? Get wide, just back up. I want you to almost get that shock on your boots. Okay? The end line, you should be getting out right here. This isn't width. This is width. Okay? Again, when we have our width, we can use the ball to our advantage, make it move. This player cannot run as fast as this ball can travel. Okay, so we're going to tire them out by getting really wide. Then, like I said, if the space is on, take that down the line. Let's get early crosses in. Let's get down to the byline. Let's do cutbacks here. Okay, but we need to have this width. If we have no width in our attack, everyone plays in the middle of the field. What happens? Even if we're really good, we're easy to defend. Okay, one player can almost mark 2 players if we're all close in this area like this. So when you're on the ball, especially as a wide player, I need you to get wide right away. Not only get wide, but demand that ball, especially if you have space, because that's going to allow you to make plays for your team. Hopefully by now you understand the importance of playing with width, getting your wide players wide, going out, going back in, going out if you have to, and then getting the ball back in to the middle. Why? It creates the other team to move, create space for you. The other thing I want you to think about, and more players need to think about because we do not do this enough, is playing direct. Okay, yes, we want to make all these nice little passes. Yes, we want to play wide. Yes, we want to get everyone involved. But if the pass is on, if a direct pass is on, why wouldn't you just take it? You know, if we can get the ball to someone in a dangerous position quickly, we have to do that. Okay, so if you're on the ball and you see there's a player in an advanced position, get them that ball quickly. Let's try to play direct. If we can attack their goal right away, don't wait. We don't have to go out here. We don't have to move it around the back. We don't have to play even into the midfield like this. Okay, if the pass is on, let's play that pass and let's get numbers forward. Let's get joined in. Okay, let's get our attack going. Problem that most players have is they're afraid to be a bit direct. Why? Because they think they're going to make a pass and it's going to get cut off. Okay, but believe me, if you don't make your passes, you're never going to make that great through ball. You're never going to create a goal out of nothing. Okay, you're never going to be able to get your teammates involved and get them the goals that they deserve. So what I want you to think about when you're on the ball, get your head up quickly, ask yourself, is there a direct option? Is there someone in a position that if I played them right away, they could score? So you see, instead of taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes to get in the box, if we just notice the opportunity, you get your head up, you see the opportunity, we can get there in 1 pass. Okay? Or maybe we can get there in 2 passes. But I want you to think about playing more direct.